a very long time ago, no one knows how long, but a lot of time had elapsed, when suddenly there was an apple, and the apple had a family in it. Can you imagine what that family probably looked like? Well, if you look at the picture, you'll see it looks like an apple that's kind of, well, not looking too healthy, is it? It's like, wow, it's an apple, yeah, but it's all kind of crunched down. And there's something sticking out in the lower right hand. Oh, those are stairs. Those are stairs for the apple family that you can also see inside the apple. It's like we can see inside the apple. And indeed we can. So they used the stairs in order to climb into their apple home from the ground. And then to leave their home, they go down the stairs again to the ground, where they can do all kinds of fun things and sometimes even do some work. What do I mean by work? Well, do you do chores around your home? Do you go to an office and work for someone who pays you money or gives you things that you can use that compensate you for the work that you do? This is what you can also do just around the ground where your apple is sitting upon. Well, one day, Mr. Worm, who is a member of the Apple House family, discovered that part of the house was, well, coming apart. And in fact, it was on the other side that was not next to the stairs. But he didn't have to use the stairs to leave the apple. He simply walked out through a hole in the wall of the apple house. And there was the other part of the wall that had fallen away from the apple house. And he wondered what he was going to do about this. Well, you can imagine he would probably have to call a repairman. Yes, a repairman, but that might cost, well, a lot of money, because the repairman has to get paid with money or something, maybe in trade, food or clothing or shelter, or maybe the promise to help the repairman with something that he might need. How about that? Meanwhile, on the other side of the apple, where the stairs were still available, Mom decided to take Junior out to play. As it turned out, Mr. Worm had made Junior Worm a wonderful toy. Well, unfortunately, the toy wasn't anywhere in sight. It was something that Junior Worm would probably have to get along without today, because someone else was playing with it on the other side of the tree, where there were other apples and apple families. So Mother Worm got a couple of matchsticks together and put them together to make a swing set for Junior Worm, who was delighted to swing on it and have lots of fun, and wondering at the same time what ever happened to that toy. Well, I guess he would just have to look around later on. He was having too much fun with Mother Worm, swinging him back and forth on a beautiful swing on a beautiful sunny day with blue skies. So Mr. Worm decided he'd better find out where the repairman is. Somewhere in the neighborhood, he was told by one of the other fellow apple tree homeowners. He was told that the repair worm, or caterpillar, was hanging around somewhere just around, this side of the tree, where there's a big root coming out of the ground. You see, several years ago, there was a big storm and a wind started blowing the tree over a little, and this big root came out of the ground that was still partially in the ground, so the tree would not fall over. And all of the little apple homes were still swinging nicely in their branches or on the ground, as sometimes happened. So Mr. Worm finally caught up with baby caterpillar boy. And, by the way, Mr. Repairman is actually named baby caterpillar boy. And so there he is, just kind of crawling along on his multiple legs toward the house that he was told needed some repair work. And of course, that meant that there was a lot of things to do. And first of all, he had to talk about how he would get paid for doing a lot of work. After all, looking at that house, it was really in bad shape, with a whole wall fallen away from the lower left side. And baby caterpillar boy knew it was going to take about a week or so to repair it. And that was a lot of time, and he got paid by the hour, not just the project. And there would be a bonus, of course. After talking it over for a little while, Mr. Worm and baby caterpillar boy, or otherwise known as Mr. Repairman, decided that, a whole bucket of oranges might be good compensation, for baby caterpillar boy loved the taste of a barrel of oranges, especially the peeling. He loved the peeling. I know a lot of people prefer the pulp or the fruit inside the peeling, but baby caterpillar boy loved the peeling even more. But he would eat it all or else share the pulp with his family. Wasn't that nice? And so they had made an arrangement to repair everything that needed to be repaired in about a week and a half for a bushel of oranges. Look at the picture. You'll see the basket with a whole bunch of oranges in it, and that's about a bushel of oranges. That's a lot of pay. But as it turned out, baby caterpillar was also interested in that toy that he had seen being used by one of the other neighbors. And that's the toy that baby worm was looking for a little while ago. That toy, it was an orange peeler. It was a toy that would peel the peeling away from an orange so that, you could harvest the peeling and separate it from the pulp of the orange. That is the fruit that most of us eat or make into orange juice. And so everybody is happy. Happy, happy, happy. The house would be repaired. And that's the end of our story. How one neighbor and his family, living in an apple on the ground under an apple tree, was able to repair their apple home, which had been damaged for some reason or another. And they didn't have to work any harder to make any more money to pay for the repair. And Mr. Baby Caterpillar Repairman was compensated fairly and squarely with exactly what he wanted for the work that he loved doing, repairing damaged apple tree homes. And they all lived happily ever after. Wasn't that a great story, kids? The end.
Yes!
At this time, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors and especially our wonderful, wonderful assistant from Star Chaser 101 Productions. Please look forward to our future stories and have a wonderful, wonderful life. Please share us with a big like and let your friends and neighbors know about us. Thank you so much.
So keep a lookout for eels as well.